This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, David Palmer, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Thanks, guys. I did check in with Coach Summerall before the game. This is exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he's taking them to where they thought they could go. He has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. Fielded in the end zone. It's Mays. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Got enough for the first. He's running free down the middle. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Florida. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. Big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he tacks on the extra point. Fielded in the end zone, it's Compton. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. This is what we expected. This crowd ready, ground inside. It's Fletcher. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The Canes in the hurry-up. Here's Mensah to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Dances away. Going to try to get it himself. Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, what a big-time play for this defense. Backed up, they come after the quarterback, and they get a hit, and it's a physical one. Get the football out, and man, do they set their offense up with great field position inside the 10-yard line.
Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, he'll throw it. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
They'll try to run with ball. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And he's in for his second touchdown, man. He knows what to do when he gets down there. He knows how to get in the end zone. And I love when you can run the football as you get closer to that goal line. Be the more physical team, and they're doing just that.
He'll bring it out. It's Compton. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll go right back to it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
This offense will start doing business from their own 18-yard line on first down. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. And the Canes want to move quickly.
That wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a first down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Mensah unloads it downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, I think this quarterback just has to be careful with his decision-making. Yes, he's one of the most talented guys in the country, but early in this game, we're now seeing him throw the ball into double coverage. He's very lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
The Hurricanes with the 1st and 10. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll move the tight end. Throwing, Mensah. Oh, they're after him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Talking to coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not put anything together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them early. They need to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Gonna let it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Canes send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
The Gators back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Here's a heat. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the 1st down on 3rd and long. Trying to escape and get it himself. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Now from inside the red zone. Got his man. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Gators moving quickly to the line. They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get...
Intercepted to stop the threat. The 50, the 40, the 20. And just an outstanding return. Takes it back to the 7-yard line. And this, my friend, is what you call advantageous field position. Starting the drive with a 1st and goal. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Coming out with it, it's Abrams. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win in David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Gets rid of it. That's reeled in. It's Singleton. Still running at the 40. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And this full vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. He's made it this far. The dream is within reach. The question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting to hear.
Got some room in into the goal line. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Gator. That's his third touchdown of the game. And now 18 on the season.
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Compton. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Running inside, it's Fletcher. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Hurricanes headed quickly to the line. Pulls and fired complete. Snags it and he's open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Short throw is complete, and he'll grab it, step out of bounds, and pick up the first down. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lane, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Got a man, it's Mays. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They dialed up the perfect call, splendid execution. Now they've got it, threatening 1st and 10 from the 27.
And another connection and another big play for this offense. And they keep the gas to the floor. Like they're still throwing the football, still making big plays. And this defense, they still have found zero answers in how to get back in this football game.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick completion on the outroute. Breaks free, and he might be gone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Number 38, set to advance on the football.
He'll bring it out. It's Compton. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Here's Mensah to throw. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Pocket breaking down. Breaks loose. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a second and long. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Mensah. Rushes on him. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And the Canes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Throwing, Mensah. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? On fourth down, going to the air. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration. concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Gators want to crank the tempo.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Incomplete. He was looking for the score there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. Touchdown, Florida! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Compton. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
The run inside. It's ball. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Skips away from pressure. Throwing on the run. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Here's Mensah to throw. Under fire. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, it doesn't get any more open than that. Good read by the quarterback. He was looking for his tight end. Wide open on the play. Man, you got to make the catch.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, week 12, almost zero margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We kick things off with Boston College, taking on the number 24 team, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. And it's the Eagles, looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand.
Mensa.
Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Sun Belt.
The Hurricanes will hustle to the line.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Under fire. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on fourth down. Throwing, Mensa, looking to the big tight end. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in, it's Fletcher.
That's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got...
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's